Alright guys, you're looking at the brand new 2024 GasGas EC250, fresh off the lineup. This is a freshly sold unit that's been tricked out with some of the catalog factory items from GasGas. The EC model, street legal in most states, headlight, taillight with the Trail Tech style speedometer, odometer up top here. Super trick. Comes standard with the Explorer fork, which is an oil fork from KTM Group by WP. Oversized fuel tank, 18-inch rear wheel. This bike for 2024 has a brand new throttle body injection. So the Kian throttle body, super crisp. Of course, you have engine management, so they're tunable. A lot of aftermarket compatibility for these now. But you have just a super stout, indestructible, completely redesigned 252 stroke motor, and it was proven on the KTM chassis. This is made, the GasGas lineup is made on the same assembly line as a KTM product, KTM in Husqvarna in Austria, and they're also a year behind. So KTM Group and Husqvarna were the guinea pigs. They have already ran this for a full production year. These are completely dialed in, freaking, there's a lot of guys in the forums that are ranting and raving about this setup. Some factory items that we put on it straight out of the GasGas catalog. We've got the skid plate and also the linkage protection. We've got the FMF titanium 2.1 silencer to give it a little bit of noise. Also some bling factor there. The blue titanium muffler is just sick. Comes standard with the GMX tires, 18-inch rear wheel. This is a nice expensive set of tires. Take it to the J-Day out of the box. Some other catalog items that we threw on. They got the Acerbis clip-on mirror. In the state of Connecticut, this is walk into DMV, walk in a motor vehicle and title it as it sits here. And it's also 100% street legal in the state of Connecticut, because we're not a turn signal state. But those are available in the aftermarket if your state requires them. We also have the red billet shifter tip, which is cool. It's a little bit oversized. It's CNC. It's just a trick bit. The EC model also comes standard with the kickstand, which is redesigned for 2024. Super trick. This is all new chassis as well. All new swing arm. The KTM Group, they have just a massive. They're reinvesting millions of dollars a year in research and development. So they have a massive budget, and they have the best engineers, the best equipment. And in 2024, they have all the CAD softwares where they're, reinforcing. Like they can put a CNC file. I'm not a CNC guy. I probably botched this explanation. The guys in Austria could explain it better, but they could see where a part might be weak, reinforce it in those areas, and then trim down the areas that they don't necessarily need that reinforcement to make the parts rigid, less prone to fail, and stuff like that. Electric start, of course, brake tech, hydraulics,
brake tech, front and rear brake tech and clutch.
Yep. Hydraulic clutch.
Galfa rotors.
Yep. Well, aside from that, it's out of the box street legal 2-stroke. So, and they're sold with a warranty as well. So
unlike the competition, there's no warranty. You just buy a new Honda and you have to sign 3 forms that if it blows up, goodbye. Yeah. And we have had, for 2 years, we haven't had a single one of these blow up, not one. They've been absolutely freaking bulletproof. That's why they can warranty them. They're engineered to another level. We haven't had any problems at all.
I'm going to show you guys something.
It's pristine, bulletproof.
So typical KTM Group. So when you have your Yamaha, you have to unbolt the left seat, the left-hand seat bolt, right-hand seat bolt, pull the seat off, and then you got to do a little thumb screw. A lot of times it gets cross-threaded. It's just a total pain in the ass. So for these, check it out for 2024. So you have the quick removable side panel here, so it's really easy to put on once you get the gist of it, and then a couple grommets out back, and the air filter, it just one lever right there.
Yep, no tools.
And then it pulls right out, and it actually, so it pokes in on the rear as a mounting point in the rear, and then you wedge it in, and it's like a perfect fit every time if you get it in the hole here. So if you have a filter prepped, your filter change could literally be that fast. And the air box is like on some of the Japanese bikes, the air box goes like directly down into the carburetor. So if you're sucking sand, or if it's a mud race and your whole intake tract is filled with mud, which we've seen some of the J-Days where these guys are going through swamps and stuff, it's like almost impossible to clean the intake track on a Yamaha, but this is nice and easy. You can get in there, no problem. But if you're doing like 2 hour races, GNCC riding, or if you're a motocross guy, like you don't want to have to spend 20 minutes changing your filter. You could literally change a filter in 3 minutes, trackside. So and this gets a lot easier with practice. But all the grommets line up good. It's phenomenal fitment. Just it's the quality you'd expect. They did some other stuff to the chassis. They brought the foot pegs closer together, so they're actually the foot pegs are a little bit wider and they're closer in. This is they didn't make any weight savings this year, but they made it feel so light. This new chassis, it's a little bit more rigid and it corners on a dime. Getting it in the inside rut it is like effortless with this chassis. They did some stuff to, I don't know if they lowered the center of gravity or just did some trickery. It feels really flickable. So Chris wanted us to mention, and this is kind of unprecedented, but especially in today's day and age, parts availability can be really challenging, especially when you have a different 125, different 250, different 450 chassis. So what KTM Group did is the chassis is exactly the same from the 125 up to the 500. So on the off-road chassis, it's exactly the same, and the motors are interchangeable. And what that does is it makes parts availability really easy. So you have 2 skid plates instead of 5, or it's 1 swing arm and subframe instead of 1 plastics package. It's not like some of the other they're just getting better, and with the compatibility, they're going to have less overstock. They're going to be able to offer stuff more. It's just a more efficient way of producing the motorcycle and the lineup and the parts.
Every model.
Yeah. So in short, guys, millions of dollars went into creating this masterpiece. It's a 6-speed, fuel-injected, oil-injected, state-of-the-art chassis, suspension technology, headlight, taillight, street legal, 2-stroke. There's no competition in this market, and especially not with a warranty made in Austria, with the history of KTM Group and the confidence. The confidence in KTM Group is as such as of Honda in the late 90s. It's that level, and they've taken it a step further. Dare I say? I mean, guys, market share at Loretta Lynn's the biggest amateur motocross national in the world, right? Loretta's is the biggest. Yeah. Over 50%. KTM, Husqvarna, GasGas for amateur racers. We're on one of those 3 brands. KTM Group notoriously doesn't have much for grassroots racing programs. They are rolling some stuff out now. They're not cheap. You get what you pay for, but racers across the world are choosing to go on KTM Group for a reason. It's just the best. It's just the best stuff that's available. So you get guys that are paid to be on other brands, but everybody knows, if everybody knows, for especially out of the box, this is it. This is, I mean, once you get into the work spikes and stuff, it's kind of a different story. I'm sure Roxon's RMZ 450 is super trick, but out of the box, this is the best. This is the best stuff. Yeah. So another big thing, guys, the 2-strokes, they're cheaper to rebuild. They're lower MSRP. This is a bike that you can rebuild in your garage without any special tools in an afternoon, right, Chris?
Pretty much.
Easy to rebuild.
Yeah.
Parts are available.
Yep.
Ease of maintenance. Drop the gear lube once every ride or 2, right? And then change your filter in 30 seconds. Aside from that, what do you refresh the top end every 40, 50 hours? I've seen guys literally go 80 hours on top ends. Like guys my age racing A-Class JDA go 80 hours on a stock top end, and a rider's like, oh, this thing's pretty tight. It's like they're just, the tolerances are tight. They're just built like, something else, man. Brick shit house.
How about Robbie Marshall?
Robbie Marshall beat Cooper Webb on a factory 450 on his 390-hour 10-year-old KTM, right? 390
hours. And that thing was hammered on J-Day events, but he rebuilt the top end when it needed it, and it still had plenty of life left. And he beat a factory rider on a factory bike, straight up.
Before we became a KTM Group dealer, my buddy Ray, who was living with me for a couple years, a good friend of mine, he bought a Husky TPI, I think it was a 19-300.
I rode that bike.
Yeah, and he paid like $6,500 for it. It had 150 hours on it, and he was so excited about it. I was like, dude, that we had always ridden like Yamahas and Hondas and stuff. 150 hours, it's a disposable motorcycle. Throw it out. And that thing was super tight, and you know he paid what I thought was top dollar for it. But then you start looking. These bikes have phenomenal resale because they can go 400 hours on them. Like you can buy it, and even if you're riding at the, you know, doing, you know, the hardest events for the bike, the Netras, the J-Days, or riding them in, you know, in the tight single track, off bouncing them off rocks and in the deep mud, like, you know, just do the normal maintenance and ride it for multiple seasons, and it's gonna keep going.
I think you're lucky to get one sometimes, because when the season hits, these things move.
We sold out of all our two-strokes in 2 weeks last year.
Yeah.
We only got allocated 76 bikes that were gone in 2 weeks.
125s are selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, we sold our 16th 125
already
from September to now, so in a 3-month space. So,
crazy.
Yeah.
According to the Northeast Regional Sales Manager of GasGas, he said that we sold more 125s than anybody. You sold, because if you buy a bike, you're buying it from Junior. Not he's the one who runs the showroom, and it's getting set up by Wizard. We don't have high school kids assembling these things, so you got a team of pros doing this. Yep. But what did John say about our sales numbers so far?
We sold more 125s than anyone in the country, which
that's
you know,
awesome.
Go figure. We got a couple videos up there with a couple million views, so I'm sure the brand's happy about that. But yeah, no, it's if we had our pick of the litter, we talk about this all the time. Like if we were to pick a brand, because we're in between Boston and New York, a lot of the major brands are taken, but GasGas is newer, and we had the opportunity. We were solicited by the company to take the brand. If we had our pick of the litter, this is the one that we would take. You know, so GasGas is we the trials bikes, the e-bikes, and then the full two-stroke lineup.
It's a perfect match for us.
Factory editions are beautiful.
We're known for two-strokes.
They're the best looking.
They have great four-strokes. Matter of fact, you have not only a two-stroke, you have a brand new 454-stroke GasGas, right?
I think it's the best looking factory edition motorcycle that anyone makes. Positively.
The GasGas.
Yeah, 450.
It's nasty.
It's
the factory edition.
Replica.
Yeah, look, your bike is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
This is my buddy Doug's bike. He's coming to pick it up shortly. Doug's a repeat customer of ours, so thank you, Doug.
What a Christmas present, huh, for himself?
Man. Yeah, actually,
put this baby under the tree. It's 10 days to Christmas, guys. Not too late. Come down. Junior's got it. Hey, let's bring this inside and show him the whole lineup of GasGas we got.
A birthday present for himself. He didn't get what he wanted, so he decided to.
Well, he did now.
To splurge on a fresh gas. So.
Right now, we're ranked third in total GasGas sales, number one in 125s, and number one in most views on the videos for any GasGas dealer worldwide. Our goal is to be number one in all three categories. So if you're looking for a bike, Junior will match or beat any bona fide price, and we've got a pretty damn good selection. So let's go next door and check it out. This is my daughter Jordan's 125, which we completely tricked out, and this is my personal 250 right here, GasGas 250 that Christy Steiger Designs, my girlfriend Christy, hooked me up with a really nice kit on this one. We got every trick in the book on this one, and we'll be bringing this to some races this year.
Guys, I also wanted to say the number one thing that guys say after they ride one of these is like, dude, it's so smooth. They're counterbalance. So the Japanese bikes haven't caught on. I mean, it's only Yamaha that's producing a two-stroke, correct?
Yeah, it's the same engine they made for 30 years.
Right. So they're counterbalanced. They just never stopped. So this is a motor that has a lot of thought behind it. This is how the two-stroke should have been. And they're continuing to make improvements.
First time I rode your friend Ray's 300, I remember getting off the bike and saying I felt like it was cheating. Like it was so good in the woods, that 300 was ridiculous.
Yeah, you know, they got the brakes will lock up if you breathe on them, you know, and everything is just responsive and thoughtful ergonomically. It's like, you know, it's a total weapon.
It was a 300. I started in third gear. It was just fantastic. And I've been sold on the KTM product ever since.
Good torque, power everywhere.
Give us a call if you want a bike under the tree or a new one for spring. 860-454-7024. Junior or my daughter Jordan or Billy will answer the phone. And like I said, when it's getting built, the Wizard, either the Wizard or Mr. Turbo is setting it up. And they're both highly skilled technicians, especially with these two strokes. Wizard owns a 454 stroke, so he's no stranger to those. So we got a full lineup here. If you need any parts, accessories, helmets, we can help you with all of that. The Northeast Regional Sales Manager, John Adamy, Junior's got on speed dial with John. They've got a great working relationship and friendship, and we haven't had any problems at all with these bikes. They've been absolutely freaking bulletproof. We've sold everything from the 50s up to the 700 Supermoto. We got everything in stock, man. So give Junior a call, and he will hook you up. Hey guys, you got to join us in wishing the wizard a happy birthday. If you stuck with us so far, please put in the comments. Happy birthday, Chris. 60 years old today.
Yeah, I never thought I'd make it this far. I can't believe it.
Now it's time for you to go out and give a whooping on the 60-plus class now, right?
Yeah,
with your new GasGas Factory Edition.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a try this year.
You'll definitely be on the podium, no doubt about it.
I hope so.
I think so.
There's only about 5 of us. So
Who's your competition? Who are the top 2 guys right now?
Jack
Emilio, yeah, he's tough as nails. Yeah, multi-time national champion.
Yeah, and
you'll have your hands full with him.
That's it. Him in the 60 plus, I guess. Fletcher.
Yeah, Fletcher's
Fletcher.
fast as hell too.
Yeah. So I got some hot competition.
You'll be running up front though. We'll look forward to seeing you at the Wick. Yeah. We will be there on Wednesdays at Southwick. One of the things Super Hunky said in his last video, rest in peace, was how motocross or supercross has gotten so dangerous and how natural terrain tracks are where it's at. And we have the best one in the United States of America right in our backyard, Southwick. Probably the safest track I've ever ridden on. It's 12 inches deep of sand. You fall on it, it's like falling on a pillow. And we'll be there, open track every Wednesday. If you buy a bike from us, you can fly in on Wednesday. We'll take you up to the track with us Wednesday afternoon, go to the Canning Speed Establishment, ride with Keith Johnson, Rick Johnson, and Chris Canning and Junior and I. Wizard will probably be there. If he's gonna win a championship, he's gonna want to be riding. So, or if he wants to be on the podium, so we'll be there training next year. The other things Super Hunky said was making motorcycling affordable. How it had gotten so expensive with the 4-strokes. So as you can see, from here all the way down, that's a whole lineup of brand new 2-strokes. We've invested heavily. We believe in this, and for this week only, you got an ace up your sleeve, man. This will be I've wanted to say this for a long time. Super Hunky. Yeah. I did the math. What a bike costs in '75 versus today. It was like $1,000 in '75 would be equivalent, which would get you a nice new 2-stroke. Would be $5,500 today, and we're coming damn close. What's the special you got?
Yeah, man, we got the Uncle Ron special. So come down here, I'll show you the 125s we have out the door for $69.99. Or excuse me, $69.69.
Yeah, you can't. That's the best price in the United States of America, right?
That's as good as it gets. Yeah.
And you get this fresh, brand new MC 125.
And it won't be like that forever.
And you're also throwing in another Christmas bonus on the tree. You got a stocking stuffer, right?
Sponsored by Uncle Norm from Hampton Fuels. Where'd they go?
They're in the showroom, I think.
Oh, in the showroom. We get whoever buys a brand new gas gets a 5-gallon pail of VP fuel.
And again, you're going to be dealing with Junior. He'll help you out with the financing and everything. We do the financing through Freedom Road. We also take in trade-ins too, right?
We do.
Bring your crusty old turd down. We'll buy that.
Yeah, we like classics. Get something older on the older side,
or something real nice too. You know, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we do newer bikes as well.
Remember, 69.69.
This is
out the door.
We sponsored Ron at an event last year, and this is the bike that he rode. So yeah, 69.
He had to make it aerodynamic.
Yeah, he doesn't like them floppy front fenders. No. So that's the best price on a 125 you'll ever see. Again, they're only going up. So call Junior right now, 860-454-7024. Put your dollars down and come pick one of these up.
Can we sell them for $69.69? We're stuck now.
We're taking a little bit of a loss.
Hey man, it's our Christmas present to them. I want to see 50 125s lined up with Southwick.
Before we come to our senses.
Yeah, come on down. That price, that's till Christmas Eve only, $69.69. Put your orders in, Junior. Hook you up.
In the holiday spirit.
We'll ship them all anywhere over the country, and you get a sticker pack.
No, well, you got to come in. We can't ship them out of state.
Well, we can ship them. You have to come in.
Yeah, if you come by it,
you can fly here for a couple $100 round trip.
Yep. Buy
your ticket now. Yep. Take an Uber over here, and we'll ship it anywhere in the world for you. But you got to come here and do the paperwork.
Yeah, you got to come in person.
Do the paperwork in person. Yeah.
Act fast, and you can even get one for Junior to put under the tree too. We got the
65s are all new this year. All new chassis. Got some cool ergonomic stuff going on. Motor's completely redesigned. I have only a handful of these left.
So act fast. Christmas is in 10 days, and Daytona's only about 80 days out. Bike week. For the trials riders, we got a full selection of brand new TXT trials bikes, including the TXT Pro with the DLC coated forks. That thing's absolutely freaking gorgeous. And electric bikes, and wear a helmet.
Hey guys, got the whole e-bike lineup from the Moto 1. It's a hardtail urban thumb throttle rider to the full Enduro trail lineup. That's the Enduro 3.0 with the Fox 38s, top of the line components, disc brakes. Let me see. This is just top shelf stuff. 2-year warranty, battery and motor. There's no chintzy Amazon, China stuff here on these bikes. This is the real deal.
I was anti-electric bike, then I rode one, and then now I own two. One for Christy and one for me. I'm totally sold. You got to come down and ride one of these at our shop.
Yeah, we do demos. If you show up, we'll put you on an e-bike and you rip it around.
Guaranteed you'll buy one, man. They're so much fun. Thanks for watching. God bless America. Happy holidays, everybody.